quite honestly, what I found out today, there's two products there for two completely different people. Everybody does mini versus standard speed tests, and today we're going to actually show you some experiments that you might not have actually seen head to head. What you're going to find in this video is a power consumption test. For you YouTubers out there, we did an upload speed test to YouTube, big files. We're going to find out which one did better. We also did a Zoom conference call. The conference call is the one that everybody's always wondering about, and I'm going to show you exactly what happened with my results. We're going to be doing speed tests today head to head in a treat area using tool batteries for each dish. ChatGPT says it's going to be between 3 and 4 hours, and for the Mini 6 to 8 hours. So we're going to actually do the test today and see if those numbers actually match reality out here, and those are the things that matter to me. So we've got the standard dish, we've got the Mini, and we're going to do the powering here by these 20 volt 60 volt flex batteries. This one here is going to be plugged directly into the Mini. There's no conversion that needs to happen, so it is actually going to have a slight advantage that it's going to be a little bit more efficient. With the standard dish here, we've got our 110 plug-in with the router system and its cables. We can't really get away from that. Today we're going to be using the 200 watt inverter. It is actually going to use a little bit of power, so the standard is going to have a little bit of a disadvantage there, but we're going to see how many hours we can actually get out of that, and we're going to see how many hours we can get on the Mini in the same way. All we have to do is actually plug these into the batteries to get them started. So let's get them started. Okay, that's all there is to it. 11:39 is when we're going to start the test here. And just so we can see here, we've got battery indicators on here, and I want to show that they're both charged up to 3 bars. Now I put these on the chargers just before I put their batteries are both the same age. It should be a fairly good comparison of what's actually going to last here. So not too bad. We've definitely got some red areas here that are blind spotting us here to the left and a little bit to the right, definitely in behind us. But it doesn't look like the trees that are out front are really affecting the thing here. So let's just pick a video to stream here. Now let's go to the settings, make sure that we're on our best. I record everything in 4K, and I want to make sure that I get the best quality possible, right? So here we've got streaming on the Mini with the obstructions stating that web browsing, video calls, gaming, and streaming video would be interrupted. So here we are watching a video. It doesn't look like there's anything kind of happening there that's going to be out of the norm. Let's get out of that one for a minute, and let's go over to standard dish and see if it can take off from there. So now here I'm on the standard dish, and we'll continue the video with the same settings, 4K. Let's get a little brighter spot. I was in a mine here in this particular video, which was pretty cool actually. Nice place to see there, Britannia Mines. And so here we've got streaming happening at 4K resolution. It does not seem to be glitching. Now I don't know what they mean by frequent interruptions and stuff like that. Maybe it's actually over a length of time that we'll actually see that. Okay, so I think it's important that we take a look and see what kind of statistics we're getting here. We got our ping success is quite high. I'd say it's over 15 minutes. We got 96%. Our power draw is at 17 watts. This is what's going to really determine how long our batteries are going to last here. And so this is for the Mini. Let's go to the standard dish and see what the power consumption is there. Okay, so we'll go to here. We got 27 watts. So the fact that we're getting 27 watts here with a bit of tree cover, I think is really good. And ping success is a little bit higher, 1% higher. But we're going to give both of these a few minutes, and we'll take a look at these statistics again. So while we're here, let's do another speed test on the standard now that we've got good ping success rate. I think this will be a little bit better numbers than when we first booted up. We've got more satellites to kind of tie into here and get a little bit better numbers. So it looks like we're going to get 80 download and 18 upload. I'm just going to take a bit of a picture there. See what the Mini can do. So this is the Mini. Looking for something comparative to 80 and 18. 46. It's almost half the download speed. And 6 uploads. So that's quite a significant difference there. So we're going to actually try this again a little bit later. It looks like the Starlink Mini is about half the speed, maybe a little bit less on the upload speed as well. All right, so let's do a speed test here. Oh, geez, the battery just ran out. Wow, okay. That is actually disconnected here, and we are at 1 o'clock. So we started, it's only like an hour and a half that battery lasted with the inverter. So my batteries are now completely depleted on the Starlink system here, and it's not actually outputting any more power, so I can't do the speed test on that, but maybe I'll plug another battery in and do the speed test there. The Starlink Mini running direct, we've still got 3 bars. That's going to be a long time that's going apparently. But let's do a speed test on the Mini then while we're there. This literally just became disconnected on me while I was here. You can see it's offline on the standard. So the Mini is the one that we still got power on. And if we go to our statistics, the ping success is 92, and I believe the standard was a little bit better than that. It was over 96%. So we're drawing 17 watts of power, 55 outage events in the last hour. So let's do another speed test and see where we are. This is for the Starlink Mini. Okay, so much higher download speed on this test here. We've got download of 135 and an upload of, looks like 13, 14. Oh, it's still going up, 17. So that's pretty significantly better than we had before when it was down. I want to say it was around 30 or something download. So that's significantly better. Okay, so let's swap out this battery. I've got this smaller 5 amp hour battery here. We're just going to get that standard up and running again so we can do the speed test while the same satellites are kind of visible here to us. All right, so let's just kind of go over that a little bit here. that standard system with the energy losses with the fan and the inverter, we actually only got an hour and 25 minutes out of that battery, and like it was full when we started this test. I didn't actually expect that there would be such a loss at that particular rate. I thought we were going to actually be double that. So, you know, this is why I like to test things, right? And see what the reality versus what it looks like on paper. Because if I was out boondocking and expecting that I was going to be able to run, you know, my standard setup on that battery for 3-4 hours, coming up at an hour and 25 minutes is significantly short. The Mini is still running strong on there. Still got 3 bars, and I don't know where it's going to end up. And so far, it's actually looking like it might make it that far, but time will tell. Or even though that was a crappy result, now's a good time for a thumbs up, because you know what? We found the result on something. Appreciate the thumbs up. So I am going to actually put an affiliate link in the description here. If you're interested in any of these tools that we use today, you know, I'll also have in the description the link for the mini adapter that I used here. And that test is still going, and we're going to run it until we don't have any internet anymore and that thing shuts off. So right now we're at about the 2-hour mark, and it's still going strong. We're going to see just how many hours we get out of it. We're going to get the standard fired back up, because we're not quite done testing, but we'll just have to use another charged battery to resume the other test. But for the standard battery, that test is complete. Standard system here, and take another look. Let's do another speed test now that things are stabilized. So we had 80, I believe, last time download, and I want to say it was like 18 upload. So right now we had a fairly significant better download and upload test for the Mini. So I'm curious to see if there's a similar result on the Standard, just due to the position of the satellites right now. Yeah, 232 down, 11 up. So that's 2.5 times more than what we got earlier. So again, it's just depending on the satellite position and what we're going to get for speed tests. I guess we'll have to do another video on a standard DC converter video for the Standard to see just how long it lasts without the inverter in the middle. I think it might be a little bit more fair representation as well, but I'm sure that we could double, you know, what the output of the Standard would be with a direct DC converter there. So that video might be in the works. We never know. Maybe if one of you have actually tried it, you could let me know in the comments, because I'm still going to have to figure out a way to hook up the DeWalt battery to that particular DC outlet. So yeah, there's no quick easy way like the Mini. The Mini has definitely got some different accessories, and with that little lower wattage requirement, it's definitely helpful. Something else that you might find of value here, we're going to do a speed upload test. I know there's some creators out there that are wondering just how quick the upload speed is, and you know, we got the Starlink all plugged in. We're running on the Mini right now. Let's see how long it takes for a 2.2 gigabyte file to actually upload. If we can see that or not, but we've got our timer going, and we're just going to take a look and see how quick this is going to upload. Wow, hour left it says. Okay, we'll come back when it's closer. Okay, so for our upload test on the Mini Standard, for the Mini dish, we're looking at 99%, 47 seconds left, and we're at, whoa, 1 hour. It's taken 1 hour to do 2.2 gigabyte file. That particular upload speed is about 5 times slower than my Shaw connection at home. Now, that might actually be normal for you to upload 2 2.2 gigabytes upload in 1 hour. You can be the judge of that. 1 hour, 2.2 gigs. Now we're going to switch over to the standard dish and see if it can do it any faster. Okay, so now we're going to try and upload the exact same file with the standard dish. And now that I've turned it back on and we've got our connection is stabilizing here, and we've got our rugged retiree selected here, not the mini. We're going to select the same file, 2.2 gigabyte file. We're going to go stopwatch. We're going to go open and start. I'm hoping it does better than an hour, but we'll see. Let's take a look. That's why we're here. That's why we test. So here we've got upload just completed, 100% in under 40 minutes. So this is actually where the power draw on the standard is actually contributing something, right? Standard is obviously serving a purpose. The mini is obviously serving a purpose. The standard, it's got more power consumption, but it's actually producing more work. The mini is a little bit more of a miser on power consumption, but it doesn't do the job that the standard is doing. It's really going to boil down to what your preference is and what's important to you. Is it saving time or is it saving power consumption? It's a learning. It's a learning for me. Like I said, I thought that the mini was going to be replacing the standard, but it just doesn't seem to be the case. So the Starlink Mini battery just crapped out, for lack of a better word, and it's been 5 hours, 35 minutes, substantially better than the standard at 1 hour and 25 minutes. So that's what it is. That's a true test of usage and uploads. And so I've had some viewers ask on my "Can Starlink Work Here" video how conference calls do with the standard in a treed setting. So we have actually got a treed setting here. I've got both my dishes still set up here with tree cover. And okay, just to kind of verify again what's going on. And we're going to run this test here, but we're going to be actually really testing things like we always do on this channel. We're both actually using the same Wi-Fi connection. So we're both actually connected to the standard dish right now. And this is going to be our test for the clarity of the Zoom conference calling on the standard dish and the mini dish. So you can see the quality here of the video at this point. And how am I coming in over there, honey?
It's good. I can hear you. I can see you.
Okay.
It's not blurry.
Yeah, I don't know why I can't get my background set properly. This is actually what I look like in the background, but for whatever reason, go figure, right? So anyways, that's what we're doing here right now. So I don't see any glitchiness, any graininess, that kind of stuff. I'm a little bit actually grainier than my wife here because this rendering is happening that I can't get the background to naturally show in the background here. So I have a feeling this is like a green screen effect right here. So this is what it looks like on, I don't know if I can get a bigger view here. Let me see if I can get a bigger view. Oh, yeah, it didn't really get bigger at all, but that's what it is. So anyways, it's fairly clear here on the standard. Both of us using the standard dish. So, honey, if you don't mind, let's switch over to the mini network and see what the quality looks like there. Okay, so I'm going to come up here. I'm going to select mini. And now we're connected. I'll actually show a speed test here once we get off of the Zoom calls. I'll do a speed test for both so that we actually know which speed we're at. So I've got you now on the Mini. You're actually quite jerky on here. Am I pretty jerky on that side?
No,
I'm not, eh? Oh, interesting. So you're a little bit jerky, but I hate to ask you to do this. Can you actually take your laptop and walk over towards me a little bit so that you're closer to the modem? Let's see if that, we just want to rule that out a little bit. She's about, I want to say 40 or 50 feet away from the modem right now. So I just want to verify that that's not actually the problem. Now I can hear myself in the background. Can you go over there?
Yep.
Nice. Okay, so it actually does seem to be getting a little bit clearer. It's a little bit more fluid as she's closer to the modem. So we might have just found a little bit of a limitation on how far away it can be from the modem, because using the same network right now, everything seems to be fairly clear. That's it. I think that's going to conduct our test here for right now. People can kind of see what's happening, and we're going to do a speed test on both the Standard and the Mini, and I'll show those results here as well. Well, I have to admit, a couple of the results really surprised me. The Standard actually used more power than I thought it was going to use, but the Mini really proved its portability along the way, and I can see the attraction there for people that want simplicity and portability. And if you've got the Standard, you know what? It's a great system, and it can do a lot of the work that you need it to do. But if battery runtime is an issue, then the Mini is definitely the way to go. If these kind of tests help you in your buying decisions, hit subscribe. Every week I'm testing something new and I'm putting it out there so that you don't have to guess and I find out for you. I hope you got something useful out of that video today. We'll see you at the next one.